Aloha, beautiful souls. Welcome to Transform with Ryan, where we do pick a card tarot readings to help transform your mind, heart, and soul. Now, in today's pick a card tarot reading, we are going to be taking a look at what is manifesting for you with the Aquarius full moon. So I pulled out the Aquarius card here for you to start off our discussion. Now, for those of you that are familiar with astrological charts, the Aquarius full moon goes exact on August 11th at 6:35 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Excuse me, it took me a moment to get my time zone straight. And so that's when the energies will be the most potent. But know that the energies of the full moon are active within the first, the day before the full moon, day of the full moon, and the day after the full moon. There's like this window of energy, all right? And if you take a look at your birth chart, you'll find 19 degrees of Aquarius in your birth chart, and that will let you know which house, which aspect of life this Aquarius full moon is going to impact you the strongest, all right? Now, if you don't know any of that information, no worries. Let's just start breaking down what it means to have the Aquarius, the full moon in the sign of Aquarius, all right, loves? So with Aquarius, this is a sign of kind of community, okay? Its opposite is Leo, which is the sign of individuality. And so when we pull these energies together, it's the idea of who you are as an individual within the community. What role do you play as an individual within the community, all right? And so you can think of it also as your individual self within the whole, okay? What unique, wonderful thing about you contributes to the greater whole, all right? Now, what's really cool about Aquarius is that it's also the sign of the future. So maybe some of you are going to be getting some really, really amazing ideas about your future, what is coming up ahead for you, what things you'll be accomplishing, what things you'll be manifesting in your life. And you'll receive a lot of communication because Aquarius is an air sign, and it's an air sign that's about data, technology, communication. Again, it's like the future sign, right? So as technology advances, that's all energy from Aquarius. Aquarius is known as like the futurist, the revolutionist, okay? It comes in, it changes the energy, changes life, all right? And the other thing that you need to note about this particular full moon is that Saturn is pretty much conjuncting the full moon. So what does that mean? It means its energies are working together with the energies of the moon itself. So the moon is in Aquarius, Saturn is also in Aquarius, and what Saturn does is it's a planet of responsibilities. It's a planet of limitations, reality checking, practicality, rules, structures, okay? And so it brings a little bit of a serious energy towards the sign of Aquarius, towards this full moon as well. And what its role with this full moon is to really slow the energies down just a tad so that you can really take a look at this process, this new version of you that you're moving in toward, okay? And you can just see some of the practical aspects of this journey forward, okay? You're gonna get some information about where your responsibilities lie, okay? What do you need to be doing as you move forward? And what are the practical matters, like kind of the grounded earth energy, okay? Like say you wanna be a millionaire. Well, what types of actions, what type of steps do you need to take towards becoming a millionaire in your like day-to-day life, all right? So it's helping you be aware of that type of information. Now, what else is coming through with information is some surprises here, all right? So Uranus, which is the planet that actually rules over Aquarius, Uranus is going to be squaring the full moon, okay? And what that means is it's gonna bring some energy that sometimes kind of surprises you, sometimes will shock you, or sometimes will feel like it might be working against you, okay? So there's going to be some surprise information coming through thanks to this Uranus squaring the moon in Aquarius, okay? And you're going to have some moments where you're like, oh my gosh, this suddenly makes sense, okay? There's like these sudden lightning breakthroughs that are going to come through for you in your understanding and your realization of who you are and your place in the greater whole. All right. Now, sometimes this energy too with Saturn and Uranus working with this full moon is going to encourage you to cut ties. All right. Cut ties with people that are no longer in alignment with where you're going, people that may be trying to limit you or stop you or hold you back, but also cut ties with the past version of who you were versus who you're trying to be now or who you're meant to be. That's a better way to put it, actually, who you're meant to be moving forward. So it's like letting go of all these old beliefs and these old ideas of what you thought your reality was going to be like to make space for this new reality that is coming in. All right, loves? So that's some general information about the main energies happening with the Aquarius full moon on August 11th. Now let's get to more personalized energies for all of you, my lovely star fam here. I'm going to pull out 3 cards and you can go to the reading here in a moment for the card that is drawing you the most. All right, Spirit? So please help me out with my beautiful star fam and let's have 3 selections here to help them find out what is manifesting for you with the Aquarius full moon on August 11th. So these are your options here. Beautiful souls, we have Pallas Athena with Think as the first option that came out. And then we have third house communication as the second option. And thirdly, North Node Future. Ooh, what beautiful, beautiful cards to come out with this Aquarius full moon energy. So close your eyes if necessary, take a few deep breaths in and out, and when you are ready, open your eyes and pick one of these 3 options. The links to your reading are down below. I'll see you there. Hey there, Star Fam. For those of you that were drawn to the first card here, Pallas Athena, Think. This is your reading. Let me know who you are down in the comments below. Let me know where you're tuning in from around the world. I'd love to hear and know more about this amazing global community at Transform with Ryan. So here with Think, I'm so mind blown about the cards that we pulled out after shuffling for this, because this was one of the concepts that we were talking about in the general reading and explanation. So for those of you drawn to this card, you are going to receive some type of download that helps you really understand the strategies and the how-tos to get where you are trying to go moving forward. Okay, so whatever goal you have for yourself with this full moon in Aquarius, you are going to receive that divine inspiration, that divine aha moment that's going to really help you understand the best ways to move forward. All right, so Pallas Athena, I'm getting this energy of strategy, 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 strategy. All right, you're going to really understand the nuts and bolts of how you can make whatever goal you have, whatever dream you have, a reality. All right, and I'm also getting some energies of like community in a way. You're going to really start to understand your community, the people around you, and how they can help you achieve your goal, or you'll be able to identify the people that, you know, maybe they're dead weight. They're like hampering you. They're stopping you from achieving your goal, and you'll be able to cut those ties like we were talking about earlier. All right. So let's pull a couple more Astro code cards here, star code Astro cards, so that we can get a little bit more insight on what is manifesting for you with the full moon in Aquarius. Okay, I feel like the deck is like not feeling the shuffling action right now, so we're gonna do it this way and get our supporting cards. So you have the sun, ooh, because the sun is in Leo right now at the time of this reading as well. So you really have that support of your individuality, all right? So the sun is shining on you. The spotlight is on you here. So you're basically in prime position, again, to take advantage of the energies and the circumstances around you and use them in your favor, okay? And next we have ninth house exploration. There you go. So all these strategies, all these ideas are coming to your mind. You're starting to see how things work, right? You know, it kind of reminds me of like of my own journey, right? Where I'm like, okay, like I want to spread positive messages out there in the world and really uplift people, not just take care of sick people and prescribe medicines all the time, right? That was like my vision for my life. But it's like, how do I do it? I don't understand, how can I spread my positive message? Like, what kind of job? How do I make income? Like, how do I connect with multiple people around the world and those I need to help, right? It's like you don't understand the how to. And so I started exploring, like looking things up, and then I stumbled upon YouTube, entrepreneurship. So I started exploring these ideas, these options, learning about these strategies of like starting a business, starting a YouTube channel, and building an audience, connecting with clients, right? And so this idea that what I'm hearing is that there's an idea that you've had in your heart, okay? This wonderful dream and vision that you've had for yourself, and you just didn't understand how to make it real, okay? The practical steps that are involved. And with this Aquarius full moon, you are getting that information. Okay, you are going to receive that information, that know-how. You are being spotlighted. Okay, so what I'm hearing is that for some of you, there's a connection that's going to be made here. It could be someone that you don't know already, like offering some wisdom, some strategy, some coaching for you to achieve your goals, right? Or it could even be someone that you do know that if you share your dreams and you share your goals with them, they'll surprise you and they'll have the information that you need to take those first steps towards completing it, okay? So the big thing here is receive, receive, receive. Be able to share what you're thinking in your mind, what your goals and dreams are with others, and then receive the assistance that comes. All right. And with the sun, I'm also seeing there's a lot of clarity for you. You'll be receiving a lot of clarity. Okay. You know how at night under the moonlight, there's a lot of shadows and things like you don't know what's making that noise. You don't know where that rustling came from. You can't see clearly, like different colors and shapes and all that. But with the sunlight, everything is clear, right? You can see crystal clear with the sun being present. Now, let's pull some tarot cards here to see what else is coming through for you with this Aquarius full moon. So we have the Hangman. Oh my gosh, we were just talking about the moon. Oh, and you have the sun. This is totally the energy of like a full moon where the sun and the moon are in opposite points in the sky. Ooh, love it. Okay, so this is the Seven of Cups. And then we have the 10 of Swords, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Son of Pentacles. Okay. So lots of learning going on for you, okay? So again, you're receiving that information, you're receiving that download with the strategies. So what I'm sensing right now is like not so much about the do, take action. What I'm sensing now is right now is just the time for you to learn, okay? Learn the information, process it, because very soon you'll be able to implement it, okay? So with the Son of Pentacles, I'm sensing also complementing the Eight of Pentacles, this very studious activity. So it could very well be that you're gonna have to do some research, right? Go online, Google some things, YouTube some things. I know when I was trying to understand the YouTube algorithm and things like that, I watched a ton of YouTube videos to get an idea of how to help get my videos shown and in front of the right people, okay? And implementing these strategies. And so you'll be doing something very similar, all right? And for many of you, it's also about taking some type of online course, some type of online training, okay? So maybe something a little bit more formal than self-study and research. That's really going to help you understand how to do this thing, okay? Maybe some of you want to change careers. And some of you are like, how do I do that? Like, what's the best way to do that without getting into a lot of debt, right? Or what's the best way to do that while still working with my current schedule so that I'm not overwhelmed, okay? And so all of that stuff is going to become clear to you, all right? I know for my mom, when she wanted to shift careers, when my sister and I were old enough to kind of take care of ourselves after school, she would go to take night classes, and she worked at a local college. So she was able to take the classes at a very discounted rate. So she was able to get her degree, her bachelor's degree. So that might be something that's in the works for you, okay? Now, what I'm seeing here with the Hanged Man and the Ten of Swords here is definitely there's some sort of ego death happening here, okay? Some type of death of a limiting thought, a limiting idea, because all I'm seeing here with the Think, the Eight of Pentacles, the Son of Pentacles is consciousness expansion, all right? So before you would tell yourself, oh, I can't do that. There's no way that will happen for me, or I don't have time for that, or it doesn't make sense for me to do that now, right? Like all these kind of thoughts you may have that stopped you from pursuing your dreams before, that's gonna be lifted. That's gonna change, that's gonna shift out of the way, and you're going to be more in this, I can do this, I will do this, I choose to do this kind of energy and mindset. And what I'm getting from many of you that chose this card is that, you know, you're very practical, you're very pragmatic thinkers, and so you really like to critically think about this plan before you do anything, right? So you really analyze stuff and you really get an understanding mentally of how things will work, okay, before you take action. So you're not that person that just follows your heart and just dives in, right? And so you're going to get that intellectual support. You're going to get that logical download, that logical information. Like it's just going to make sense for you. And that's going to give you the courage to move forward and go towards your dreams, okay? Because you have many dreams here. I'm sensing, your life is not over yet. My gosh, you have many things that you're going to accomplish in your life yet in the years to come, the days, weeks, months, years to come. You have a lot of manifesting that is gonna happen for you, okay? There's gonna be a lot of like crossing things off your bucket list, right, if you will. And so a lot of that's gonna happen, okay? And this is the opportunity for you now to get started of item number 1 on your bucket list, because then after that, the rest are gonna be easy to attain. All right, my loves. I'm so excited for you. So I just want to draw one Divine Feather card before I let you go to just give you some love from your guides and guardians and from spirits, all right? So, ooh, look at this lovely pattern on this feather. It comes from the osprey. Your success is now at hand. Woo! Oh my God, that's so awesome. Allow the abundance to flow to you effortlessly. Oh, what a beautiful energy to come through for you, my loves, to close out your reading. I hope you enjoyed finding out what is manifesting for you with the Aquarius Full Moon. Thank you so much for tuning in to your reading today, Star Fam. Make sure to like and comment down below what you're calling in from your reading, and definitely share this reading with anybody who you think would enjoy the messages shared just as much as you did. Now, the thing that I love about the tarot is that it opens up our mind and our hearts to a world of possibilities. What's possible for us when it comes to love? What's possible for us when it comes to career and our dream life? But once we know that, how do we make sure it happens? How do we manifest these things into reality? And just as important, how do we identify the things that are totally blocking us and stopping us from getting what we want so we can move them out of the way? Well, to do that, I invite you to book an energy alignment session with me. The link to do so is in the description box below, and let's sort this out for you. I look forward to connecting with you, and until next time, have a beautiful day. Bye! Hey there, Star Fam. Welcome to your reading for those of you that were drawn to third house, communication. All right, so this is your reading. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'd love to hear where everybody is at that is watching these videos here at Transform with Ryan and enjoying this wonderful content in your readings. So let me know in the comments down below who you are, where you're tuning in from, and let me know, of course, that you were drawn to this second card, third house communication. So what I'm getting for you is, Pallas Athena with the Think, which was the first option, and third house communication, which is your option. There's a fine distinction here, okay? With Pallas Athena Think, there was this kind of like aha moment that feels like it came from within them, that appears with this Aquarius full moon. Now, in contrast, for you all, this is outside communication, okay? We see these two birds. So someone is going to tell you some critical piece of information. Okay, so someone outside of you, a friend, a family member, a teacher, a coworker, your spouse, your children, right? Somebody is going to come through and share some piece of information that's really going to rock your world. It's kind of like those moments where you're like, oh my gosh, I never thought of that before. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I know that now, right? Like someone is going to basically like blow your mind here with this information. It's gonna rock your world. And, you know, I'm also feeling here too that this is some piece of communication or information that you have really been waiting for. I'm sensing that many of you were kind of like racking your brain about something and you were just like, I don't get it. I don't know. I'm so confused. What's going on? And someone is going to come in and provide you with that clarity, okay? With the manifesting, oh my God, with the Aquarius full moon. Ooh, okay. So I really sense this energy of like relief. It's kind of, oh my God, now my mind can be at rest. Oh my gosh, now I can calm down because I'm sensing that this piece of information, this critical piece of data that you have been missing, that you've been seeking, has kind of been driving you bonkers and maybe even having you feeling a bit anxious. Okay, so some kind of communication is coming in. And it's not really just speaking, okay? So this is communication in all forms. So it could be an email, could be a text message, all right? Or a letter. I mean, I know not many people send like physical letters these days, but that could be another form of communication as well, all right? Now let's find some supporting information here to give you some more info. You got the Leo! Oh my gosh, and this is like Leo season. Woo! Okay, so this is really going to activate you. So at the time I'm recording this video, it's the day after the Lionsgate portal. So this, I would say, just speaks to how much this is going to turn the tables for you. Like there is this information is so important. It's going to shift your timeline. It's going to get you onto this new path, okay? It's going to really help you feel like you can move forward finally. Ah, yes, that feels aligned. That feels right. This communication is going to come in that's going to give you that confidence, that passion, that courage to move forward now, okay? Because lately, maybe you've been feeling a bit hesitant. Maybe you've been feeling quite uncertain and like confused, not sure how you should move forward, right? It's like, if I just knew this, then I'd know what to do. If I just had this piece of information, then I know exactly what to do next, right? Or I know exactly how to help. So that's that piece of information that's going to be manifesting and coming through for you with this Aquarius full moon. Ooh, I love it. Okay, so the next one is conjunction, alliance. Ooh. So you go make a new friend, you go make a buddy, okay? So I'm feeling here that there is, again, this alignment that's happening and it's like two energies coming together to create something magnificent moving forward. All right, again, that missing link, that missing piece, like it's gonna fall into place. And you know, sometimes when you're working with a group or you're in a family and it seems like you guys aren't on the same page, right? I'm sure many of you have experienced that, I'm sure of it. This like, you're not synchronized, right? And so with this full moon in Aquarius, that energy is finally gonna come through. Like, oh my gosh, what a blessing, right? That everyone's gonna be on the same page. We're gonna be moving in the same direction. It's all just going to make sense. So let's go here. So I'm really feeling like this end of conflict for sure. End of butting heads, end of a misunderstanding. Okay, yes, so a lot of clarity coming through to get everybody aligned, everybody on the same page here. So let's see what else we got cooking for you, loves. The Emperor. Ooh, so the Emperor energy is all about order, creating order out of chaos. So that's beautiful, right? It's kind of affirming what we were just talking about. that maybe things have been feeling a bit chaotic and shaky. And now we have this solid, look at how solid and upright this tree is, this very solid foundation to work with, this solid plan. And we have the Eight of Cups. The star, y'all know, okay, if you've been watching my readings, you know that the star card is like one of my absolute favorite cards in the deck, if not my favorite. And I especially love seeing it show up for my lovely fam here at Transform with Ryan, because this is all about hope. This is all about dreams and wishes coming true. This is all about receiving that divine guidance and that divine reassurance that, hey, you're on the right path. Everything is going to work out. Everything will be okay. And we have the Mother of Wands. Ooh, and the World. Okay. Yes. So what I'm seeing here is the closing of a chapter with the World card. So this, you're at that point where perhaps you were losing hope, perhaps you were starting to doubt, right? Especially if you were waiting for a piece of communication that was going to confirm something for you, like, yay, you got the job, or yay, you got accepted to college, or yes, you won some this money that you're owed, or right, that things kind of worked out now. Or, you know, maybe from a family member, like you were just waiting for that confirmation that, hey, they heard you, they see you, they respect you, they still love you, they still appreciate you, like all, whatever those kinds of feelings. Okay, I'm just like throwing out these examples, but you know what I'm talking about. You were losing hope, you were starting to doubt, you were maybe even getting fearful that things weren't going to work out the way you wanted them to, right? And you're getting scared now and anxious. But that is all coming to an end, all right? Because you got the Star, you got the World, you got the Emperor. So everything is going to work out beautifully. Everything will now make sense. You know, everything makes sense in hindsight. Okay, everyone has 20/20 vision when you look back. So you'll see that maybe you were worrying just a little bit too much over nothing, okay? Or maybe you took it a little bit too far with the worrying and everything actually turned out all right, okay? So what I'm seeing now with this Mother of Wands card as well, I'm seeing this sense of protection and security. Like, look at how this mama snake is protecting her eggs, okay? So it's kind of like, what I'm seeing here is that you will realize that you were protected, like no one was going to take anything from you, all right? And there really was no loss that was gonna happen here, okay? Like you weren't gonna lose out on something, miss out on something, okay? That everything was safe and sound. I love that. I love that. Okay, so before I let you go, loves, I did want to draw a Divine Feather card for you because I wanted to allow Spirit, your guides, universe to come through and share you this loving and encouraging message about this full moon in Aquarius, just for you. So you have this lovely feather here, which comes from the dove. Feel and allow a deeper sense of peace to fill you now. This is a divine quality. There you go. Peace and bliss coming your way. Bye-bye doubt. Bye-bye fears. So there is your reading, my loves. This is what is manifesting for you with the Aquarius full moon.
Thank you so much for tuning in to your reading today, Star Fam. Make sure to like and comment down below what you're calling in from your reading, and definitely share this reading with anybody who you think would enjoy the messages shared just as much as you did. Now, the thing that I love about the tarot is that it opens up our mind and our hearts to a world of possibilities. What's possible for us when it comes to love? What's possible for us when it comes to career and our dream life? But once we know that, how do we make sure it happens? How do we manifest these things into reality? And just as important, how do we identify the things that are totally blocking us and stopping us from getting what we want so we can move them out of the way? Well, to do that, I invite you to book an energy alignment session with me. The link to do so is in the description box below, and let's sort this out for you. I look forward to connecting with you, and until next time, have a beautiful day. Bye!
Hey there, Star Fam. Welcome to your reading for those of you that were drawn to North Node and Future. I feel like there was like there had to be the sound effect of you like going through some portal or some kind of black hole or some kind of like warp speed, right? Like you see in those sci-fi shows. So that was like my kind of attempt at making a futuristic sound. Probably didn't land as well. But anyways, for those of you that were drawn to the North Node future card, let me know who you are and where you're tuning in from down in the comments below. You know, I am that global person, that international lifestyle kind of person, and I love knowing where everybody is tuning in from that are watching these readings. Like, where in the world is the viewers? So let me know. Now let's get into your reading. So North Node in future. So I don't know if you know this, but let me just like quickly break it down for you. So in your birth chart, there is a North Node and a South Node, and they're on opposite ends of like the zodiac wheel. So the South Node can be seen as your karma, okay? Like your past energies, things that maybe seem comfortable for you that are kind of like your default behavior patterns when you're faced with a situation. Now, in contrast, your North Node is your Dharma, okay? So your South Node has to do with maybe like past lives, past energies. The North Node is where you are moving now, the path forward for you and your soul, okay? That's why it's the future card here. And the North Node is that energy in which your soul is trying to stretch and expand into, okay? Because we were talking about the polar opposites here, all right? So, you know, just for example, why don't we use like my sign? I'm a Libra. Shout out to my Libras out there. Woo woo. And the opposite of Libra is Aries. So if my South Node was in Aries, then sort of my default kind of behavior pattern is to think mostly about myself. What's in my best interest? What will serve me? What do I need? Okay? What will empower me? And on the opposite end, if my North Node were in Libra, then what I'm trying to really learn about is other people. How can I help and assist other people and not just myself? How can I build relationships so that other people feel valued as well, just as much as I would value myself? Okay, does that make sense for y'all? So with this North Node in future, what I'm really sensing for those of you drawn to this card is you are going to start stepping into who you are truly meant to be on this planet. And it's gonna be quite different with who you are now, okay? So it might be a career change, it might be like a status change, right? Like maybe you're going from single to married, or from an adult to a parent, right? From unemployed to employed, from corporate job to entrepreneur, business owner, right? Like, so there's just some kind of shift that's happening for you here where it's almost like your path is going to be quite opposite or quite different than what you previously thought. All right? Yes. I'm also getting from Spirit that some of you, you know, maybe you're not taking such a drastic step as that, like quitting a job, for example, and starting your own business. Like I did. But some of you might be beginning to entertain the idea, okay? Because, you know, life is a process. It's not all about making these wild, crazy leaps and jumps, you know, every other month, right? So it could just be a process. Like maybe before you're like, I never wanted to have kids. Like I want to, you know, just live my life, do what I want, spend my money the way I want, right? And now you're going to start to consider like, oh, you know, maybe I do want kids. Maybe I would like to raise a family kind of thing, all right? So some kind of major shift is happening in your mindset and in your vision for what the future holds for you. Okay, let's get some more info from these Star Code Astro cards. I feel like I'm like totally screw up the name of this deck like every time I try to say it. My gosh. So we have Mercury, messages. So another air sign, another air planet here, Mercury. Second house, resources. Ooh, okay. So for some of you, I'm definitely sensing that this shift into your future, so as you move forward, is going to greatly impact your personal resources, which, you know, mainly what I'm getting is your finances. Okay, so I'm seeing that there is an opportunity here to really expand your finances, maybe create a nice little nest egg for yourself, right? For those of you that have like retirement plans and invested in stocks or property or something, right? The goal is to like be able to accumulate wealth with doing less work. Okay, so I'm seeing that for many of you. Now, I'm also seeing that for some of you, your resources are going to shift, okay? It's going to feel like there's going to be some expense coming in, okay? But it's an expense that will secure your future. So, for example, maybe some of you are thinking about going back to school, getting a master's degree, a PhD, a doctorate, another certification or something, right? And you kind of, that stuff costs money unless your current job is willing to pay for it, right? So there's going to be an expense of resources, but it will benefit your future, okay? For some of you that maybe are choosing to get married, right? You got to pay for a wedding. For some of you hoping or planning to have children, raise a family, like, you know, children need food, they need clothing, they need toys to play with, they need shelter, all that kind of stuff. So that's spending of your resources. But again, it's for the future, right? It's for the future here. So, you know, if you purchase a home, it's to have a house of your own, right? A place that is yours. If you're going to get married, it's about creating a future, building a life together with someone else, right? And with children, it's like now you have children, and then maybe one day you'll have grandchildren, right? It's about growing your family. So I hope that makes sense to many of you. And I'm feeling like a lot of you are like getting this like wonderment idea, like, wow, like my future feels so expansive now, despite, you know, whether or not resources are coming in or going out at this point in time coming up. Now, here with messages, what I'm feeling is really, you know, what's so interesting about this card, and I feel like this is a bit woo-woo, even though I myself am woo-woo, but I don't know if many of my audience and my viewers are woo-woo. So let me know in the comments down below if you're a woo-woo kind of person, like you believe in that spirituality, that woo-woo magic and stuff. I'm guessing you do if you're watching a full moon video, manifesting video, but you never know. So with this, what I'm sensing is you're going to get some kind of divine download. I'm hearing for a lot of you, it's going to be in a dream. Like you're going to have a dream that's going to show you your future, okay? And that's going to give you that confidence, that confirmation, that affirmation to kind of move in this direction, kind of opposite to what you were previously thinking for your life, okay? Now, for those of you that meditate, or like me, I know how to access my Akashic records. So sometimes like these amazing messages come through during meditation or Akashic record readings. So that's going to come through here in the next couple days with the full moon. Ooh, I love it. Okay, so I wanted to quickly draw some tarot cards just to see what else is coming through for you. I was just so super excited with like this North Node stuff because I love working with North Node, South Node energies. So I kind of probably went a little overboard with the explanation there. So consider yourself intellectually nourished. Ooh, High Priestess, intuition. There you go. I'm telling you, dreams, meditation, Akashic record reading. Maybe some of you even read your own tarot cards or something, right? Three of Pentacles. Okay, some things are coming together. I see this is you. This is a connection, like, again, spouse, a child, schooling, whatever. This element here, and you're coming together to create this future. That's what I'm seeing here. So these pieces coming together to move forward. And this is, so I don't know if y'all know this, this upside down triangle is actually the symbol of the womb, the female uterus, okay? And that is the symbol of creation, bringing something into existence. You also have Son of Pentacles. Ooh, this actually came out for the second card as well. So again, lots of learning for you coming in, lots of knowledge being gained, information being gained about your future. Ace of Cups. Ooh, okay. And the star! Oh my God, the star showed up for the second reading as well. So I have to say, you know, I intended this to just be pick one and that's your reading. But for you that were drawn to this third card, I would highly encourage you to listen to the second reading as well, because these two cards literally came out in that reading. And the star card, you all know, that's one of my favorite cards in the deck, because this is all about hope. This is all about alignment. This is all about receiving guidance and reassurance. So that is what is happening for all of y'all. And with this Ace of Cups, I sense this really heart activation coming in, okay? That you are just going to feel so good about the decisions you're making towards your future, okay? It's gonna feel like there's no doubt, no question that this is the way you need to go, okay? You're gonna feel it in your heart, you're gonna feel it in your soul. I love it. Okay, loves, so let's draw this final divine feather card here for you, because I did want to end your reading with a lovely, encouraging message from spirit, from your guides, and from the universe. So let's take a look at what this lovely feather has to say. It comes from the woodpecker. Use your discernment and fortitude to achieve your goals and find a new rhythm. There you go, new energy. Shift, 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 shift. Ooh, I love it. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that I was able to deliver these messages for you today, loves. That is what is manifesting for you with the Aquarius Full Moon. Mwah.
Thank you so much for tuning in to your reading today, Star Fam. Make sure to like and comment down below what you're calling in from your reading, and definitely share this reading with anybody who you think would enjoy the messages shared just as much as you did. Now, the thing that I love about the tarot is that it opens up our mind and our hearts to a world of possibilities. What's possible for us when it comes to love? What's possible for us when it comes to career and our dream life? But once we know that, how do we make sure it happens? How do we manifest these things into reality? And just as important, how do we identify the things that are totally blocking us and stopping us from getting what we want so we can move them out of the way? Well, to do that, I invite you to book an energy alignment session with me. The link to do so is in the description box below, and let's sort this out for you. I look forward to connecting with you, and until next time, have a beautiful day. Bye.